Hey guys, how's it going and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at some Zen gameplay from the most recent EU RLCS Regional. Kicking things off with the center, double tap center ball I should say, for Exotic to score. Spoiler alert, they were able to win the Regional, Team Vitality, while the rest of the RLCS world seems to be going up in flames. We've got upsets in MENA, we've got upsets to all the other top EU teams pretty much, all over the place. And Space Station are winning North America. Well, some things stay the same. Zen still stays on top. He's doing it in the Octane, which is why I wanted to make a video about this, because I may have made a video about this anyway if they just won with Zen and the Fennec. But I think it's especially cool because he's in the Octane. It's a car that I've always played, and the reason for that is probably not the same reason as Zen's playing the Octane. I think that the Octane is kind of it's like the Unk car, and Zen's far from Unk as he centers again to Exotic, who's scored again. Stizzy is having a great game here. Touched the ball twice and their team's up 2-0. Absolutely loving life. But the reason I think the Octane is an Unk car is because it's more reliable to shoot the ball with. Even though it's the exact same hitbox as the Fennec, it just feels like you can get power more easily with the Octane. I don't know if that's just me, but I have spoken to some other people about this. Eversax, the coach of Vitality, I talked to him about this at the Boston Major. The Fennec, you need to be precise. It's for the mechanical players. And then the Octane, not so much. But yeah, maybe you guys disagree. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Maybe you actually think that you're way more mechanical and you're an Octane main, and that Fennec mains are cringe and only go for 50-50s. But Zen and the Octane, absolutely fantastic stuff. He has, of course, played the Octane many times. And I feel like Octane, or rather Fennec pros can go to the Octane anytime they want just a little fresh feel. You often do see players doing it. Oh, Zen steals Stizzy's assist. Stizzy just not going to get any points here. He's got 100, but doesn't get the goal there. Zen's blocked it and Exotic scores again. But not much Zen could really do about that, of course. Yeah, I think Fennec players at pro level, you always see them going to the Octane, just sometimes briefly, and then switching back. And that's something you guys can try as well. If you're having a bad day, if you're don't feel like you're playing very well, and you are an Octane or a Fennec player, just switch to the other one. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already done this. But maybe switch to the other one with the sole purpose of then having the switch back to your main car after a few games of playing the other one. And for some reason, I don't know what it is exactly. Maybe there's a word for this phenomenon in other sports or games, but you just feel so much better when you go back compared to before when you were initially on the bad streak or you're playing not very well in your main car. So yeah, just switch one way, then switch back. You might actually have, be able to turn around one of those bad sessions. But anyway, we're watching 4-0 Vitality against GameWord. GameWord roster, the full French roster of Pisky, Mozzarella, Rusties, are a pretty solid team, and they were able to do reasonably well in past few seasons. I think Mozzarella in particular is a player that I've been waiting to see make that jump up to the next level. He's had a few forays into 1v1 that have been pretty successful as well. And Rusties, he's actually a very creative player. I love watching Rusties play. He likes to play very tricky with the ground game in threes, which is not something a lot of other players do. Players are all flying around in the air these days, but yeah, Rusty's fun to watch. And Pisky, probably the owner of the worst name change in RLCS history. He used to go by the name Whiskey Drink, and then RLCS told him you can't do that. Whiskey's not allowed in an E for everyone esport, so he changed his name to Pisky, which they said, yeah, that's fine. That sounds awesome. Great name change. That's who these guys are if you're not familiar. But they are a pretty consistent main event team. Vitality were able to have their way pretty handily in this match against them, as it was first match of the group stage. However, this exact same team GameWord nearly reverse swept Gentlemates. Well, I say nearly. They went to game 5 with Gentlemates the very next round, so they are clearly a very solid team. But Vitality were just on a different level in this past EU RLCS weekend. We'll watch some games from the playoffs after we're done watching this one. The other thing to look out for in those other games when we do watch them is the physical play. You've already seen a little bit of it, but Zen really putting a lot of trust in his teammates. It's a nice read there. Barty in the second goal for him, 5th goal for Vitality. Zen putting, I think, a lot more trust in his teammates in defense and in the midfield. I've not seen Zen have this much confidence sitting upfield looking for bumps, demos, boost seals, redirect opportunities, as I have in this most recent regional. Haven't seen that in a while, and it's good to see, because when Zen has trust in his teammates, he can just completely take over lobbies. We forget sometimes that, yeah, he's got all the mechanics, and he's very good, you know, the defense end that Vitality have kind of skewed towards in more recent seasons. But it's not like he doesn't have a physical game. He definitely does. Just in order to unleash that, you need to have faith in your teammates behind you. You have to leave them alone in defense at times and take risks. I'm hoping that we're seeing more of that, not just from Vitality in this season, the rest of the season, but also teams like Shopify and NA. Will Kofor be unleashed, be allowed to go on demo a lot, like he did last season when he was in Space Station Gaming? I think it's definitely something worth looking into, using those players in the areas that they're strong in. Okay, 6-1 Vitality, dominant game word. Let's get into the playoffs. All right, here we are in the semi-finals now. Vitality, at this point in the tournament, had, of course, made it out of their group unscathed and also won 4-0 in the upper quarterfinal against Inner Circle, a young English team that are trying to make waves in RLCS recently. Oh my days, what a double save that is by Zen. One off the inside of the post and then saving his flip as well to stay with the ball. Yeah, Vitality against Inner Circle, that was expected to be a win for them. Really, the discussion was, could Inner Circle get a game? They ended up not being able to get a game. But Manchester City, HB, Seiko, and Acro, much bigger challenge. A team who had already beaten Gentlemates 3-0 in the group stage. They had already 4-1'd Synergy, a team who took down Karmi Corp in the group stage. So Man City were clearly playing very well with Seiko on the roster. This is a roster move they did not instigate. It was GK who decided to bench Seiko and go with go with Tempo instead. And then Man City thought, well, if we no longer have Tempo, probably the best player available to us is Seiko. So they took him, and it looks for the time being that roster move has gone, well, it's kind of backfired to GK, because Man City have made top 4 and GK went out last place in the group. I'm willing to wait and see another event or two before I jump to conclusions. But there's one thing that is starting, and that's Seiko is going to be motivated, because Seiko's former world champion. He's a former major champion, a totally different roster. And nice shot there, Zen slots the first for 1-0. Perfect shooting, really, to get past all the defenders from that range. But yeah, Seiko, not only that, he knows how to get the good results at the end of the season. We saw that in his BDS stint when he did win the World Championship after joining them right at the end of the season. He knows how to do that. He's done it before. And oh, nice play here by Zen. I actually want to rewind this because this is interesting. Just very quickly going to pause and show you guys what's happening here. So we've got the double diagonal spawn, but also Zen has spawned way back. You can spawn slightly offset closer to the ball. Zen has spawned all the way at the back here. And Seiko and Acro tried to pinch the ball in to counter the double diagonal kickoff. So this is why you need to absolutely send it with all your boost. You need to go full speed if you do spawn at the back and your teammates are double diagonal kickoff in, or just leaving the net open against the double diagonal kickoff of your opponents. Because the pinch will just go in if you don't block it as the cheating player. So you can't cheat slowly and just make it into the middle of the pitch late. You need to get there as fast as possible. Zen did just that and stopped Man City from getting a kickoff goal. But yeah, a lot of cool variations to that kickoff. You guys will know I'm a massive fan of kickoffs. I love that one in particular. A long time I had to argue its validity with pros and lots of ranked teammates who have had to put up with me doing it. I think it's kind of OP though. I think it's very good. And if you do wonder, well, why is Zen cheating if both his teammates are going for back corner boost? Surely the ball's not going anywhere. Nice save by Zen again, and the recovery. It is to do exactly what he did there. It's just to force the opponents into a hit, because if they don't hit it, then Zen's going to get it. So both your teammates get 100 boost, and you force the opponents to do something. Let's see if Man City can get anything going here. They have actually had some good attacks, some good chances. But Vitality have been very calm. Zen's made some clutch saves, and they're just trusting each other to make touches in defense here. Not double committing. At least not bad double commits. You know, when I say bad double commit, I mean double commits where players are jumping at the same ball from the same angle and without the possibility of recovering quickly. As long as you're going at different angles, covered in different things, the double commit can make sense. If you're recovering fast, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Drive challenge there by Zen. Allows him to quickly force the opponents to do something and then get right back into the play. And now takes it down, looking to go for the ground play. Stizzy coming in after Exotic leaves it for him. This is measured offense from Vitality. Just taking their time, controlling the pace of the game. Den does get caught blind there and demoed. But the 2-goal lead is still intact and looking pretty good with the defense that they've displayed and the finishing at the other end as well. But Man City clearly showing that they're a dangerous team, and that really should have been, I think that really could have been the goal for Man City. Opportunity missed. Zen with a reset the other way. Going to stick around and try and bump Acro, who does well to avoid it. The 2-0 is, I think, still a fair enough difference for Vitality. They'll be quite happy with it. So fake coming through. Zen is just cooking everybody here. He's going for multiple fakes. Seiko not going to let him have that last one. Yeah, 20 seconds to go in game 1 of the semi-final. Man City have played well, but Zen makes it 3, and it's clinical finishing again. Just better accuracy with the shots. Both teams have had plenty shots. 8 for Man City, 10 for Vitality. 6 for Zen, actually, just by himself. But Vitality have done better with him, and they've also had some crazy goal line saves. There's another one from Zen. They really are just so calm in defense, and they went on after this to sweep the rest of the series. It started off looking like it might be a close one. Did not finish that way. Anyway, let's get into the grand final and see what's happening there. Alright guys, here we are in game 4 of the grand final, and we're going to kick things off with a double fake kickoff. Exotic up to Zen, and it's 1-0. At this point in the series, in the grand final, Vitality were, well, they just won 4 games in a row in the semi. They won 4 games in a row the day previously, the day prior to this, against Inner Circle. And now they're 3-0 up against NIP, who just got done eliminating Carmine Corp. So, absolutely insane stuff here out of Vitality. And this game in particular reminded me of the game where Vitality were able to win Worlds. Zen just looked like he was completely in flow state and just able to do whatever he wanted. And you are going to get to see a lot of good plays as this game goes on. But yeah, Vitality's performance over the weekend, very impressive. They look like they're the only consistent team in Europe right now, with the other major teams, GK coming last place, Gentlemates, the major champions, finishing 9th, KC losing to NIP, who were probably the weakest team in Europe coming out of the major, at least visually, but they've made a big improvement as well. They've made strides with their play style. But Vitality are the team who have come out of a good major and continue to play well, while everybody else is struggling. Zen mentioned in his post-Grand Finals interview, in English by the way, amazing to see Zen doing English interviews. His English is fantastic, but still rare to see the confidence that quickly, because I remember Zen definitely wouldn't have done that in his first years, maybe his second year as well, wouldn't have thought about it. But yeah, he said in his post-winning the event interview that he has taken a break. He took his first holiday that he's taken since becoming a pro, and yeah, he went to Dubai. He got stuck in Dubai because of the war, the airport being closed, and that meant that they've only been scrimming for 2 weeks. Other teams, I think, have been scrimming for 3 weeks, a month now, in some cases. Vitality, not so much. They had to wait because Zen was stuck, couldn't fly out of Dubai. The airport's closed for ages, and it doesn't seem like it's affected him at all. He's just playing consistent Rocket League. He's in the Octane and he's dominating, and yeah, nobody can get near him. He just seems like he's playing on a different level again. That thing that he does every now and then to remind us that he might still be the best in the world. I also wanted to say in this video, unrelated, but thank you to all 1,000, just past now 1,000 members of TNR, the nextrank.com, my course apparently jacked. We are blown away by that. We did not expect that. So thank you to all of you who have bought the course, put faith in us to teach you how to get better at Rocket League. And yeah, you can find the links for that in the description. Just want to say a quick thank you. And if you want to know someone else's opinion on it, you don't trust me, you don't trust Jack, especially after the results last weekend. I shouldn't say that. It's too soon. If you don't trust us, go to the Discord and read the testimonials in there. As Zen with a ceiling reset. I mean, I told you this game reminded me of the one they won Worlds with. Has anyone seen something like this before? Only difference being there's no Redosin here faking in front of him. It's this Exotic trying to steal his goal away. In fact, did Exotic actually get the steal there? I forget. He did. Yeah, he did. He stole it. Unbelievable. So yeah, look out for Zen trying to steal Exotic's goals for the rest of the season. But yeah, like I said, go to the Discord. There's a testimonials channel. You can read what other people who have bought the course have to say about it. So you don't have to take mine and Jack's word for it. A minute and 40 to go. It's just a victory lap at this point. It's only 2-0, but it really did feel like a victory lap most of this game. NIP, despite beating Carmine Corp in a very tightly fought, fun to watch Game 7, yeah, they just didn't have the answer to Vitality. And it seems like NIP, they play really quickly, they play very fast. And that was able to get mistakes out of Carmine Corp. Carmine Corp were able to match them for speed, but it was a real dogfight. Got really messy, and Carmine Corp were making mistakes with their touches, and they were missing shots. Whereas Vitality, it seems like they were making this look effortless. It didn't look difficult for them to keep up with NIP, whereas KC, yeah, they really looked like they were pushing themselves to keep up with NIP, who are a very fast team. Vitality just have the answers. It's up to NIP to get back to the drawing board and see if they can come up with a better strat against Vitality. They can, of course, look to Gentlemates, who were able to take Vitality down at the Major. That's probably the blueprint most teams are going to try and follow, or at least against Vitality in particular. And as for Vitality, you know, are they now the just best team in Europe? Well, I think for now, yes, you have to say so. Not only have they won, but their main rivals have all been falling earlier than anticipated. But we can't be 100% sure that they're going to stay that way until we see them beating Gentlemates, until we see them beating KC again. Because those are two teams that have caused Vitality problems, and players that have caused Vitality problems in the past few seasons. So we'll see. But great to watch. I want to see more Octane Zen. If he pulls up in a Fennec next time, I won't be angry. I'll just be disappointed. But either way, congrats to Vitality. It is amazing to see these guys winning again. Stizzy winning a regional with his second roster. He did it with Dignitas last year. Now he does it with Vitality this year. After the criticism that Vitality and he got initially when he got signed, I think it's amazing to see how he's improved in the team, and the team overall has improved. And yeah, Zen finally winning again after so long. Great stuff. The other story that we didn't talk about here, CRR with this match had a chance to become a regional champion in 3 different regions. He's done it in NA, he's done it in SAM, he's never done it in EU though, and he's made 2 grand finals this season, lost in Game 7 to KC in the first one, lost in, well, a sweep to Vitality in this one. So will we see CRR win a regional in 3 different regions? Maybe. NIP do look dangerous, but it's not going to be easy though. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Links in the description for the next rank. Also Chalkcast, we do prediction videos for RLCS all the time, as well as recap podcasts on the RLCS events that have already happened. So be sure to check out that as well, either on our YouTube channel or in Patreon. But that's all for now. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.